How's it going, WeldTube family? Thank you for tuning in. All right, so you have here Rosendo Rodriguez at South Coast Welding Academy, Houston, Texas. All right, so for today's video, I'm gonna be showing you a couple techniques. I'm gonna be doing a MIG root downhill and also a MIG root uphill. But we're gonna be using this bad boy, Everlast Lightning MTS 275. So let's go ahead and get ready. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so let's go ahead and get started. Well, we're gonna prep our plate first, okay? So we're gonna make sure that we get rid of all that male scale, right? Front, back, all the way around. So we're gonna leave no landing, all right? So no landing here. Make sure you're clean. Also, all right, we're gonna put a 1/8 gap. So my spacer here, this is 7018 1/8, and all you gotta do is get rid of the flux, bend it, and there you go, that's your spacer. So we're gonna stick it right in between, just like that, very simple. All right, and we're gonna tack the sides, okay? We're gonna tack each side. So let's go ahead and get started. We're gonna do that to both plates, okay? Boom. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so let's go ahead and get started. But before anything, we gotta make sure that we have our proper settings. So let's go ahead and erase this real quick. What we're gonna do, we're gonna go ahead and look for MIG steel C25, okay? So all we're gonna do, very simple, we're gonna click on that down arrow until we find MIG steel C25. Right away is gonna give you that main screen, okay? So what we wanna do, since we're only doing a MIG root, downhill and uphill, all right, I'm gonna do my settings. So I'm gonna go ahead and set my wire speed for 155. So remember, click the right arrow until you go all the way around until it says wire speed. Boom, it's gonna be on red. So I'm gonna go ahead and move that to 155. Okay, that's my wire speed. Now I want my voltage. My voltage, I'm gonna go ahead and do my volts. All right, so now we're gonna do our voltage, all right? So for our voltage, it's very simple. So we're gonna go ahead and leave it at 17.5. That's gonna be our volts for today. Our next step is our inductance. Inductance, basically, that's your arc force, okay? So you gotta be careful with that. You don't want too much penetration. So we're gonna keep it at 20%. So it's highlighted, make sure that is on 20%. All right, there you go, it's set for 20%. Wire speed at 155. Your voltage at 17.5. Everything else is gonna stay how it is, okay? That's all we're gonna move. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so we have it now tacked, okay? We got it tacked down 3G position. All right, so remember, we are going downhill, okay? So we're gonna keep it nice and simple. All we're gonna do is walk the cup, right? So basically, we're just gonna wiggle it back and forth, all right? Now, I want you to be very, very careful. Try not to stay just right in the middle, because that might have you blow through and you're not gonna be able to close it. Just in case you do blow through, all you have to do is weave it wider so that you can get more onto the walls, right? And that's all you have to do. So all we're gonna do is walk it downhill all the way through. I'm gonna try to stop maybe about halfway or so, and then we're gonna do a restart. But I want to show you how to grind, okay? So make sure that you pay attention on that. It's very important, okay? So our settings, remember, wire speed as a 155, voltage as a 17.5. It's at 17.6 right now. So let's go ahead and change it. It shouldn't be much of a difference. But ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and get started, okay? All right, first technique, boom. All we're doing is going back and forth, all right, just weaving it across. Try not to weave it too much. All right, let's go ahead and stop real quick. Boom. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so now we stop. All right, stop whenever you get uncomfortable. All right, there's no need to rush anything. So let's go ahead and grind our stop. Make sure you feather it very, very thin until it turns blue. And then what we're gonna do, we're gonna start before, all right, kind of warm up our metal and then start doing our root. But it's very important that you grind very thin. Make it turn blue on the very edge. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so we already grinded our restart. Also, make sure that you clip off, all right, the tip. Let's go ahead and do a good fresh start. We don't want no problems, right? So there you have it. All right, we made it blue. All we're gonna do now is warm up our metal and start doing our root. That's gonna give you a good fusion. All right, here we go. A good restart. There we go. Let's go ahead and start real quick. We want to start before. All right. So all I'm doing is just following my puddle. I'm keeping the wire, right on the very edge, on the leading edge of the puddle, all the way through. All the way through. As you're going down, you don't have to weave it too much, alright? Gravity's helping you. Alright, keep it nice and tight. You don't want to slow down too much, alright? You don't want the roots start building up towards you, alright? Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so there you have it. We kept it nice and simple. We're going downhill right now. So remember, we kept that at 155, wire speed 17.5, voltage, and all we were doing is weaving it back and forth. Remember, if you need to stop, go ahead and stop. Don't force anything. Make sure that you're comfortable all the way through, okay? Make sure that you feather real thin until it turns blue. You want a good restart, all right? So we got really good penetration. All right, it's not too bad. We got about a 16th of penetration. Now, what we're gonna be doing, our other technique is we're gonna be going uphill, okay? So why are we doing downhill and uphill? It's just different techniques. Down here, usually in the south, we love doing downhill MIG. That's how we do it here in the south. Up north, they like to do their MIGs uphill, their MIG root uphill. And it's just how it is, you know. It doesn't mean that we're wrong, that they're wrong, none of that. It's just how we do it here in the south. We go downhill on our MIG roots. Up north, they go uphill on their MIG roots. So there's nothing wrong with that, okay? So let's go ahead and do the uphill. Let's see how it comes out, all right? We're still using the Lightning MTS 275. Boom. All right, so now we have our second plate. We're gonna be going uphill. All right, so we have it tacked on 3G position. We still have a 1/8 gap, remember that. No landing. And now we're gonna start from bottom to top, but all we're gonna do is go side to side. Now, you might end up having a little bit more trouble here because you are going uphill. Just remember that if you keyhole too much, all you have to do is weave it wider, okay? Weave it wider, try to grab onto those walls a little bit more, and it's gonna help you close up that hole, okay? So let's go ahead and start. We got our wire speed at 155, voltage 17.5, okay? All right, so we went ahead and grind our tacks. Be careful on grinding your tacks. You don't want to grind them too much and end up breaking your plate. So let's go ahead and get started. we're doing is going back and forth, back and forth. All right. If you feel that you're keyholing too much, all you got to do is go wider. All right, going back and forth, back and forth. Let's go ahead and stop and do a restart. Boom. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so we went ahead and stopped. All right, remember, you get uncomfortable, go ahead and stop, grind your restart. Make sure that it's nice and thin on the very edge. Let it turn blue, okay? Cut off your tips. Now we're ready to roll. Now we are gonna warm up our metal. Once again, once you get to the very edge of your restart, start going back and forth, okay? Back and forth until you finish all the way through. All right, let's go ahead and get started. All the way through, boom. All right, my WeldTube family, so there you have it. I'll just show you two different techniques using our bad boy right here, Everlast Lightning MTS 275. Now, check it out. So we did downhill MIG roots. This is what we do here down south, okay? We always go downhill on our MIG roots. And I just show you another technique going uphill, and this is what they do up north, okay? So they both work fine. Just remember, if you're down south, you might be doing downhill. If you're up north, you might be doing uphill. But make sure that you ask before you test, okay? You want to make sure that you're doing the right, proper procedure. All right, so once again, both of them look wonderful. They all work. We used the Everlast Lightning MTS 275, and it works wonders. All right, so I really like it. All right. Your choice. Make sure that you pick the right procedure, all right? Find out which one it is, all right? Thank you guys. I hope you guys liked this video. Please comment, like, subscribe, okay? And we will see you next time. Hoorah.